In this video, we're going to be talking about allocations in the time tracking app for Salesforce. So once you install the time tracking app for Salesforce, you've already added on your stopwatch counter. And then next, you're going to bring in some fields. Standard in the application, you're going to have these fields on the account, on the opportunity, and as well as on the case object. What these fields allow you to do is track the balance, the amount of hours that you've allocated, or the dollar amount you've allocated, and then it's going to roll up how much money that you've either spent tracking time or number of hours track time. So when you first come to a record, simply enter the number of hours. Let's say this customer gets 200 hours allocated for this account, and they get $2,500. So simply save those fields, and you'll see that the budget updates accordingly based on how much they've tracked. Let's go ahead and start another time tracking and see how these roll-ups work. So let's say we're tracking time against Edge Communications. We're going to go ahead and stop this. We're going to put in a summary of what we did. And then I'm going to choose my rate card. So I'll close my time tracking, and if I refresh the page, I will see now that that was updated. So the number of hours tracked was a very small amount, but we also see that it was tracked. And the reason why the total time tracked here, if I go to a time tracking summary, I'll see that our rate card was probably not set on the other records. So let's go ahead and open up a time tracking summary. You can see that, yep, there's my rate card, total hourly rate, 1.25. And then if I go back to Edge Communications, look back at the time tracking summary records. If I looked at a previous one for 99 hours, yep, I see that the rate card was not set. So I can go ahead and update that. Now because I updated that, now you'll get the full billable rate. So let's go back to Edge Communications, and we'll see that, oh, they are definitely outside of their balance. So a great use case of using allocations is to make sure you stay on budget for the number of hours either you're allocating to a record or the dollar amount. When you set up the time tracking allocation, you want to go to Edit Page and simply pull these fields onto the necessary either detail sections in your page layout. In here, I just pulled it on to a dynamic section. So you hit Edit Page, and then click Fields. Drag and drop a field section, and then you'll be able to drag and drop the fields that you want to expose for users. On top of this, if you only want certain people to see certain metrics, you can add your filter visibility, and as well as additional validation rules if you don't want other users to enter allocation of hours or standard field level permissions. Let's go down to the opportunity level, and you'll see that it works exactly the same. When you're on the opportunity or case level, part of the package, because standard roll-up summaries won't work to opportunities or cases, we've included a flow and or flow templates to help you set those rollups. So go to your setup menu, click on flows, and then you'll see that there are 2 flows for case and 2 flows for opportunity. You're going to want to check those boxes to activate them if you'd like the rollup summaries to work for allocations within case and or opportunity. And then it's very similar to the account level. You simply set your allocation of hours, your allocation of dollars, and then as you track time, it'll update those accordingly. And the same can be seen on a case level. So you can see this case has been worked. There's 25 hours allocated, $500 allocated to it. It's tracked 34.14 hours, 6,204 hours. You can see that the balances are obviously way over budget on this one. So hopefully that is helpful. The next thing we wanted to show is that if you want to track this in any other standard or custom object, what you're going to want to do is follow the documentation outlined here. So if you go to the How-To and Setup menu in the time tracking How-To page, you'll see that there is documentation as how to recreate these fields. So on any custom object or standard object that is not the case, opportunity, or account, you'll want to recreate these fields. And then there's going to be a template that we've included as well. So the template's going to allow you to clone out that flow and create a new flow. So go ahead and follow this documentation step by step to be able to set those accordingly and to get your roll-up summaries working on those either standard or custom objects. Thanks, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Fostering.